All right, man. I don't know how to start this. I, c-
The intro.
I mean, yeah, I could start it with the intro, but usually, we have a little like banter beforehand.
Uh-huh.
Like we're talking about something, and then I just randomly
Yeah.
start the intro, like out of nowhere, so that it feels more natural, like a conversation.
Fair enough.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Out of Our Mains, the show where
Subtle.
the show where we're out of our mains and you probably are too, because you're listening to two hopeless, colorful horse addicts ramble on about a show meant for little girls. My name is Maynard, and I am joined
Um,
today by my good friend
by,
Robert.
by me, Robert. My Robert, the man, myth, legend. It has been a month. You've gotten older.
Yeah, I mean, you've gotten older too.
I know. The years are wearing thin.
Yep, it's been like 5 years.
Gen 6 is already out.
We're already on generation 23.
Generation 23 with Twilight Darkle.
Twilight Darkle.
Twilight Darkle.
Oh, yeah, it has been a while. Sorry about that. Remember that tweet that went out like a month ago where I was like, hey, we're gonna have an episode out tomorrow. Sorry for no episode today. We'll have an episode out tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Yeah, so TLDR, lots of stuff has happened. I'm actually right now currently recovering from like possibly my third or even fourth instance of COVID, so that's fun.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah. So we were actually planning on recording a little less than a week ago, but
Yeah, I think like 2 weeks ago.
oh, was it? Uh,
It feels like it anyway.
yeah, I think like about a week ago we started talking about recording, and then I got bovid. So,
Well, you were busy and then you got bovid.
oh yeah, we've had several instances where we tried to record and it just didn't work out. But lots of stuff has been going on. But so a lot has happened. Not like personal wise, but like I mean personal wise, yeah, but in in regards to
Yeah,
official pony content as well as non-official
yeah,
pony content.
yeah. Not even, I'm like, not even including like all this crap that happened. Like again, like, not even including that you went to the con. Like that was one big thing that happened, and then we started like getting
Wait,
all this random like news as well.
wait, I thought we recorded an episode after I
I,
got
I
back
know,
from the
I know.
con.
I'm just counting like that episode you went to the con, and then we were going to be going for the next episode. And then more and more stuff started coming out as we getting more and more
Okay, yeah, yeah.
busy. We've
Yeah.
got a lot to talk about. You thought like the con would be big. We got some bangers.
Yeah. So as we as we mentioned last time, so Tell Your Tale was going to be coming out, and we were planning on talking about it on the next episode. Well, this is the next episode. We're gonna talk about it. Uh,
Yeah,
it's
we're late, but
long
we're gonna do
overdue.
it.
There's like how many episodes are there
Uh,
of Tell Your Tale now? Let me just check real quick. Um,
okay.
there's been
Do,
about like
yeah.
8 or 9 episodes.
Around that sounds about right.
So, uh, in case the recap from me hasn't made it painfully obvious, I have not watched all of them.
Yeah,
um,
I've not watched all of them either, so you're not alone in that.
I'm pretty sure I've watched the first 5. So I watched the 4
Mhm.
that came out all at once, and then the next one, which was like Main Melody, I think was the name of the episode.
Mhm.
Um, so it's a series. It's a YouTube series. In case you didn't know, they're like little 5-minute 2D animated shorts featuring the characters from the Generation 5 movie. So, you know, Sunny, Izzy, Hitch, uh, Zip, and Pip.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not Sprout. Not Sprout, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. Um, I wasn't a huge fan, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was harmless.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It I honestly I preferred what I've seen of it to and Robert, this is gonna be a hot take for you, but I
Oh
preferred
boy.
it to what I've seen of Pony Life. I
No, no, I get that. I get that.
um like it wasn't bad. There were some jokes that landed, and there was some like so the big thing that's immediately clear is that, well, the two big things that are immediately clear are, one, it's 2D animated. And
Yeah.
the animation isn't like when I
It's a
first
series that you can watch for free on YouTube. I wasn't expecting much.
yeah. When I first saw the animation, I didn't like it a lot. I still don't like it a lot, but it's like it's bearable. It's not awful.
Dude, the fucking the big chin. Oh,
Yeah. Hitch looks weird though. Hitch will never
yeah,
not
the
look weird.
chin. The chin.
um
Goodness.
but there were some jokes that hit well. Some of the slapstick was good. Just there's a little bit to be enjoyed there, in my opinion. I think this series is kind of what I expected it to be, in that I think a good way to I dropped my headphones. A good
Hmm.
way to like describe it is it's a show that you put on the iPad for like a kid while you're like waiting for dinner or something, at a restaurant. Um, which is fine. Like it's fine to have that. Not everything has to be for like the hardcore audience. Not everything has to be lore heavy and
Yeah,
introducing
I
dramatic
want my juicy
characters.
lore.
Not everything is going to be you know the stakes are the universe is in jeopardy,
Yeah,
and Starshine Flitter has to go and defeat
Starshine Flitter.
the Squizzard from taking over the universe. But that's my OC, Donut Steal.
Donut steal.
Do not steal. But yeah, it was fine. It's not something I think I'm gonna continue watching. Like maybe every once in a while it gets like recommended, and I'll like maybe
You'll
I'll
pop
like
it on.
yeah, exactly.
It's more like a background noise.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not like it's not invasive or anything, because they're 5 minutes long. They take like literally no time to watch, so it's like,
Yeah,
why not? If you have the time, and you have a little bit of interest. I heard some people are enjoying it, and I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're enjoying
yeah,
it. It's not really
yeah.
for me though. Um, but so that has come out, and they are releasing weekly episodes. I heard somewhere, and this is just like hearsay, but I heard somewhere they're planning on like having like 70 episodes or something ridiculous like that. Like just
Whoa.
they're planning on releasing episodes for a long
Uh,
time.
objection hearsay?
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like a series that they could keep going for a long time. Um,
Yeah.
because again, they're 5 minutes long.
Watch, it's gonna be important to the lore. We have to watch every single episode.
Yeah, exactly. Did you know that
Hasbro, you evil geniuses.
the villain for third season was actually teased? You can see his
You can
beard
see them
hairs
in the
in you can
background
see
for
his
like a second.
You can see his beard hairs for 3 frames in this part of this episode. Like he was teased. You can see the shadow of chrysalis being pulled out of the
Oh my
statue.
god, Chrysalis is making a return, even though she was turned into stone.
um, but yeah, so we'll see what comes out of that. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. I personally, again, I'm not gonna follow it, but if that's your thing, if you like a little bite-sized episodes, go for it. Like, go check it out if you just want more from the characters. Um, like, yeah, go check it out. Go watch it a little bit. There's some jokes that landed. Um, yeah, the songs that I heard from it weren't bad per se. But
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, like I only saw like I think 3, 4 episodes.
mhm.
And yeah, like I said, it's like it's more of a harmless distraction you would pop on at McDonald's for your kids.
Yeah, it's not anything like it's not anything big, but it's not anything like
It's not
offensive.
groundbreaking.
It's not, it's not stomping on the characters,
It's
but
uh, it's like junk. It's like junk food for the eyes.
fair enough. Um, Again, I'm gonna say something. So if I'm gonna say something real quick. So if you like tell your tale, warning, opinion incoming.
Oh shit! Are you sure
Opin-
you should say that?
opinion incoming. I didn't like how any of the characters were characterized in this. They
Yeah, they felt kind of one note.
they felt not just kind of one note, but also, in my opinion, there weren't any redeeming aspects. Like, there was nothing about the characters that I liked. Like,
So yeah,
not that.
basically they were like characters that there's nothing wrong, but they aren't compelling.
Well, like, for example, like in the episode, like Nightmare Roommate, which was
Uh-huh.
where I don't know if you saw that one. I think that was the fourth one. Um,
Uh-huh.
but that was the one where
Didn't
Izzy
they have trouble with
was.
like Izzy, like, and when they were moving into, yeah, they had trouble with Izzy as a roommate.
Yeah, so the main five minus Hitch, because he's a boy and boys have cooties.
Yeah.
Ew. Moved in
Ew.
together. Um,
Ew.
so they all moved in together. I mean, Hitch isn't gonna throw away his house with his paid off mortgage, you know?
Yeah.
They've established Hitch has a paid off mortgage, which I think is incredible. What a man. I wish I was there. But but yeah, so they're all living together, sans Hitch, and Izzy is what they call a nightmare roommate. She's using everyone's stuff and like trashing everything, snoring super loud at night and making sheets fly around and stuff, keep people from
Yeah.
sleeping. And like Izzy didn't really seem very like apologetic at the end when they like came up to her and were honest about like her being kind of a jerk. And when they came to
Mhm.
her and were honest about things, they went over to Hitch and were like, "Hey, what do we do about this?" And Hitch was like, Tridash, you made a good YouTube poop of Tell Your Tale, and basically summed Hitch's speech up pretty well, where he was just
Okay.
honesty, 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 honesty. Like
Yeah.
it was just a basic
Applejack, is that you?
right. But he was just like honesty is the best policy, and they kind of used him as like a mentor character almost, which was weird.
Yeah, it didn't strike me as a mentor.
Yeah, but like, yeah, they went and were honest with Izzy, and we're like, hey, we got you all this stuff that's the same as our stuff, so you don't have to use our stuff. Also, we hate you using our stuff. And it was
Yeah,
just like,
that's like an awful way to put it, honestly. Just you don't even have to get them gifts, just say like, hey, could you like not?
Yeah, Hitch was like, a gift can sometimes sweeten the deal, and it's like, what?
No,
I
that's
mean,
not sweetening the deal. That's bribery.
um, but yeah, basically, and that's just like one example. Sure, I'm cherry pick. You can say I'm cherry picking, but I just didn't like the way that any of them were characterized. Like I didn't feel anything for any of the characters, despite
Yeah,
how they had been established in the movie.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, Izzy. Okay, Izzy has felt. Sorry, I'm gonna rant for a bit. Izzy
Okay.
in the
Yeah,
movie, Izzy in the movie had like she had Pinkie Pie energy, but she was like her own character. But she had Pinkie Pie energy in that she was
yeah,
like sure she was like low random and like being there as an actual like person with another person, she might have come off as annoying. But as an
yeah.
audience, she was really entertaining. In Tell Your Tale, she's just been annoying.
Yeah, and Tell Your Tale, she's the girl that would go, "LMAO, I'm so quirky."
Yeah, pretty much. Um, they took the lol random and turned it up to 11. Um,
Yeah,
which lol random humor can work. But with Izzy and Tell Your Tale, it just didn't really hit very hard for me. Um,
mm,
anyways, ranting about a series literally meant to distract children with no attention spans. God, I'm an adult.
yeah. We are in our 20s. You're turning
Yeah,
21 like soon, right? Actually, huh?
yeah. Actually, 4 days from now.
Yeah,
Well, 3 days as of this going up. Assuming this goes up tomorrow.
hell yeah.
Hopefully I have time to edit this. This should go up on Tuesday, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Anyways, though, ranting about a kids show aside, we've also got some other news. So, other G5 news, or another big piece of G5 news. Um, we've gotten a trailer for Make Your Mark, the
yeah.
My Little Pony Make Your Mark special that's coming to Netflix
Yeah.
in just a few days from
I know you've got a few choice words about the trailer.
now. let's not spoil it. Um,
Yeah,
so we got a 2-minute trailer that details all the stuff that's going on in the movie, or in the
yeah.
special. It's not a movie. Okay, they don't really have like a synopsis, but I'll just sum it up, and Robert, you can fill in the blanks if you want to. But um,
Okay.
basically, what's happening is apparently the special is going to be um, following the plot of Sunny is well, all the ponies are starting to get used to life with magic, like
Yeah,
the unicorns and Pegasi being able to
yeah.
use, you know, levitation magic and fly respectively. Um,
Yep.
uh, on one hand, there are some Earth ponies who are upset and hate the presence of magic for some reason.
Yeah.
We're
They
not
still
ex
they still believe that unicorns will suck your brains out.
Yeah, yeah. They taught us unicorns are super scary maniacs, um, with horns like razors and tongues like tasers and teeth like tacks. Um,
Yeah.
but they still believe in the laser beams and the razor blade wings and the snatching you
And
up.
yeah, and even if they don't, they're just being racist.
Yeah, racism. For
Yeah.
kids. Uh, so
Yeah.
So yeah, racism makes a comeback as a major plot point. Um, there's some ponies who just don't like the. Well, actually, I don't even know. I don't know if it's against specifically the unicorns and Pegasi because they just say magic specifically. There's
Yeah.
like there's this lady with a Karen cut who just kind of is like, I don't like magic. And other people don't like magic either. We don't like magic. Um, so that's a thing
Magic
that's going
duh.
on. But also on top of that, so Sunny is trying to help organize or like help set up for an event called Maritime Bay Day, which I think they're setting up to be like a celebration of the unicorns, earth ponies, and Pegasi like getting magic back and like getting together again. Um, so kind of like Heartswarming Eve or something, which is kind of cool. Um, but they're trying to organize that. But while that is going down, the magic crystals are like cracking. The Earth
Yeah.
Pony, Pegasus, and Unicorn crystals are like cracking. And magic is going haywire. We see this giant like fissure, this like purple and black fissure in the ground. And like all the earth ponies are glued to the ground, like their hooves are stuck to the ground by this like purple goop stuff, which don't know
Yeah.
what that is. Don't know what's going on there. Um, but so I guess Sunny and her friends are trying to figure out a way to solve that. Um, and I think that saving Maritime Bay Day also has something to do with it. I don't know exactly. If the whole Maritime Bay Day thing sounds familiar, that's because that's also the plot of the game that's coming out soon, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Um,
Ah, yeah.
so the game actually comes out the day after the special. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna like essentially loosely follow the same plot, the same
Yeah.
story.
That's from what we can gather, I'd imagine.
Yeah, maybe there'll be extra stuff in one of them or the other. The game will probably deviate slightly to make it a more gamey experience, and it'll probably have some extra stuff too, that wasn't in the movie, or in the special. I keep saying movie. It's a 45-minute like special for a TV show. Um,
Yeah, TV special.
yeah,
That's going on Netflix.
yep. Um, so that's the. Oh, also
Yeah.
probably like biggest thing. Well, one, Hitch can talk to animals. Everyone saw that
Oh yeah,
coming.
descended to Fluttershy.
Yeah. So people
Apparently,
people theorized about this because, the animals were kind of glued to Hitch um
in the
in A New
movie.
Generation.
Yeah, in the actual movie this time.
Yeah. So everyone just theorized like he's gonna be the Fluttershy. He's gonna be able to talk to animals. Which is true,
And
which is an actual
yeah,
thing. Speaking of talking to animals, my dog is whimpering. I'll be right back.
yeah.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
So, we now know that Hitch can talk to animals,
Yes.
um, as well as probably like the biggest reveal from this trailer. Um, we see Hitch holding an egg, and that egg hatches into none other than, well, none other would imply the specific character that people would know. It's not Spike. It's not Spike, guys. Spike isn't back. We don't have another iteration of Spike.
Spike is probably dead.
Maybe. Well,
Or well, either dead or he's just chilling in a cave.
he's probably really freaking big.
Yeah, he's probably really big and really old.
Yeah, but no, it hatches into a baby dragon, as you might guess. I think its name is Sparky. Let me see.
Did they ever confirm the name?
Yeah, I don't remember where they confirmed it, but I remember, um, oh, so, there were toy line reveals, apparently, for
Ah,
G5, and there was a dragon character that looked, just like this one, named Sparky. Um,
mm-hmm.
so, yeah, I believe this dragon's name is Sparky.
First Spike, now Sparky. I'm seeing a pattern
Yep.
in terms of names.
Yep. I think they wanted to keep it similar to Spike.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not just Spike 2.0.
Yeah, we'll
Don't get me wrong,
see.
I
'Cause
love Spike as a character, especially by the end of the series, but like
mhm.
I don't want a Spike 2.0. I want someone new.
Yeah, let's get a new character. But so he does just hatch. I'm saying he like we know it's gender. I don't know if we know it's specific.
They.
Yeah,
We'll just be non-specific.
they hatch. And they are a baby dragon. So not like Spike baby dragon, but like actual
Well,
baby.
if
Uh,
it's named Sparky, then is it safe to assume that it's a boy?
maybe a girl could be named Sparky.
I don't know.
Well,
Confusion.
yeah, it's probably a boy, but yeah. So if we get it wrong, sorry. Um, but at the start of this, it's going to be a baby. I'm hoping that after the special, like in between the special and the actual series, that the baby dragon grows up a bit and is like, you know, um, maybe they're still like a younger kid, obviously, but I don't want a baby along with the entire series, not gonna lie.
That's fair.
uh,
I mean, we already had to deal with that with Baby Cake, so well,
yeah.
let's not get into that right
Well,
now.
Flurry Heart more so.
Flurry Heart and Baby Cakes was the start of it.
Flurry Heart was more so permanent, but she wasn't like
Yeah,
with the cast is the thing. If
yeah.
Sparky stays a baby and is with the cast, it's gonna be another poof situation. Um,
Oh God, don't remind me.
um, but yeah, so that's about. I want to say that's like everything that's actually in the trailer in terms of plot stuff. So yeah. So there's a bit of a story going on. Looking forward to seeing how things unfold. Um, Now, in terms of animation and voice. So
It's
first
very
things
mixed.
first. First things first. Um, it is 3D. It is like
Yeah.
CG animated. We knew it was going to be. Um, um, One of the but the other big thing, um, the voice actors from the movie are not returning. It is, I believe, it's the same voice cast as for Tell Your Tale. So if you've been watching that YouTube series, then you will already be used to the voices of these characters. Um,
Yes.
I am sad that the voices from the movie are not coming back, but the voices from Tell Your Tale are starting to grow on me. The we'll get used to them eventually.
Yeah.
After the special, we'll probably be used to them because 45 minutes with characters, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll have to see. In terms of animation, I'm not a huge fan.
It's hit or miss.
Here's the thing. If you look at screenshots, if you look at still images of this series, it looks fine. And this is again opinion warning. Opinion warning. Uh, I am
Yeah.
stating opinions right now. I am not an animation expert. I have very little experience in terms of visual art. I am not a visual artist at all. Um, I'll rate the music when it comes out, but even that I'm not a professional in. I just like music.
Yeah.
Um, I mentioned to Robert earlier that through like rewatching it, the animation style sort of reminds me of like Disney Junior shows, specifically like Sophia the First, comes to mind, which isn't a bad thing per se, but with Sophia the First, like I didn't really watch Sophia the First, but like my little sister watched it, and I've seen glimpses of it, and it doesn't seem like a bad show,
Yeah,
but I never like sat down and watched it. It didn't really like grip me. Um, but with Sophia the First, it felt like the art style kind of worked with the animation style they were going for, or
yeah,
the way the characters are animated. Basically, the way the characters are animated in Make Your Mark feels sort of rigid and jumpy. Um,
yeah,
I don't know exactly what it is. Um, there's some specific aspects that I want to point out. The Pegasi flying don't really have, Robert. You worded it well. I think they don't have a lot of weight to them.
yeah. Like again, if you the best way to describe it is like again, like when they like go from like flying to landing, you don't see them like bounce. Like there's no weight to them landing. There's no weight to them like flapping. They don't go up and down as you pointed out, like in G4
Yeah,
or
or
the movie.
even in the movie. Yeah. But like their bodies move and their wings move. But their bodies move from point A to point B with no like with no in between. Like there's no like back and forth with the wing beating. Does that make I'm not wording this very well. Basically, when wings go down, usually the bodies go slightly up. And then
Yeah,
um
and vice versa.
vice versa. Not like rigidly though. But seeing some of the ponies fly, like when they go to land, they kind of just go straight down, like they're levitating down, but the wings are still flapping. It looks a little
Yeah,
awkward to me. Um,
yeah,
um, as well as like some of the texturing doesn't look quite right. But
again, it's kind of mixed.
yeah, there's some things I like they kept sort of the felty texture of the ponies.
Yeah,
Like where they look sort of like they look like they're made of felt to give like the illusion of fur, which like I like that. I like that a
yeah,
lot. The way that the hair moves with the movement is good. Like the hair moves in a somewhat believable way. There are some points where it's a little bit rigid, but the hair still moves in a reasonable way. Some of the head movements look a little bit
yeah.
weird.
Little jumpy, as
Yeah.
you described.
Yeah.
It's like it's like snappy. It's like, I would describe it like flash animation whenever you're like when they snap from one like pose to the next kind of deal.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
Because
went in
like
and
flash animation, if it's done like cheaply, it's very bouncy and stuff.
yeah. We've watched it a few times, and we've like gone in and done the
We did frame
we
by
did the
frame
frame by
analysis.
frames. But I will say the one thing I really like is the facial expressions are done really well, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
some of them are kind of weak. Some of them are kind of good. It's kind of mixed.
gotcha. I mean,
Like
I
at
liked
least
most of it.
I noticed most of them look fine. I noticed a few off ones though.
Gotcha. I didn't really see that personally, but
Yeah,
um, I thought the faces were really well animated. Um, maybe there's some funky stuff that I
yeah,
didn't really notice.
yeah. It wasn't really like I don't know. Like I guess I'm still not used to the CG because the faces just still look weird to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, it will take some time to get used to. I'm hoping that things look better at like as the series progresses, like as the artists start to get more comfortable with the programs they're using and everything.
Yeah,
Because it again it can tend to look sort of rigid, but the animation itself, but the art the art looks really good.
It does, yeah.
I like the art style they went with.
Yeah, it does work and it does fit in that universe.
Yeah. My only problem is like the kind of lack of detail and texturing in like
Yeah,
floors and
like we could
walls and stuff.
sand is a good example in the trailer.
The sand. It was just kind of like a solid color, which looked kind of
Yeah,
off.
it didn't look coarse, rough, and it didn't seem like it would get everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about sand. I had to make the
Yeah,
reference.
yeah, of course. It's necessary. But yeah, so overall, I think I set my expectations a little too high. um, but I don't think it's going to be bad necessarily. We'll just have to wait and see. Um, I don't have the highest hopes for it, but hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised. And I'm sure by the time the series rolls around, things will be a lot. Animation will feel a lot more natural. Um,
Hopefully.
but we'll just have to wait and see. The movie comes out in just, or the special comes out in just a couple days for you guys listening to this. Um, so it's releasing on May 26th. For us, that's 3 days away. For you, that's probably 2 days away. So be looking forward to that. I'm definitely going to be watching that. Um, I think that's about everything. Was there anything else about the trailer that you noticed, wanted to point out?
Um, not really. It was pretty It was what I expected a trailer to be for that special,
Gotcha.
for the most part. With like the few shortcomings we've pointed out. It's gonna still gonna take some used to with that CG, but I think I'll get used to it after a while.
Yeah, we're willing to.
I ju-
We're,
yeah,
at least I'm willing to stick it out for a little bit. We'll
yeah.
see. I'll watch the whole special for sure.
Because G4 set like a big standard
Yeah,
for
that's the
like this
thing.
generation.
It's gonna be really hard to not compare to G4. I
Yeah.
I don't think that anything is going to like surpass what G4 was. Um,
Oh,
but
definitely
um,
not.
but yeah, I just hope that it's worth watching. I know
Yeah,
that's
as
kind
long
of
as it's
harsh
worth
to say.
watching, as long as it it is like entertaining and actually, as long as it can at least take what G4 did and either and try to do something like that at least and succeed.
Yeah. Uh,
If they can succeed to or if they really want to, they could take what G4 did and try to improve upon it.
yeah. Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. Um,
You fine.
yeah. Um, but we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. I'm I have hopes. I I did
Yeah,
I won't necessarily label those
they're not
hopes
high
as
hopes,
high
but they're
hopes,
hopes.
but they're
They're
hopes.
just
They're
hopes.
hopes.
Yeah,
Um,
optimistic,
they're not
scared but optimistic.
they're not low hopes.
Well, more
um,
okay, concerned but optimistic.
yeah, exactly. Um, so again, as with everything, we'll just have to wait and see. Um,
Yep.
for the last little bit of G5 news. Sorry this episode isn't nearly as as structured as other ones. I just put we have a we had a lot to talk about. Obviously, we've already been recording for like 40 minutes and we haven't even gotten to
Yeah.
everything that we want to talk about today.
Yeah, we got
Um
we got a lot.
yeah. So I didn't really structure things because I knew we were gonna have a lot to say. Um
Yeah.
last bit of G5 news, mentioned it a little bit, but so the uh the official licensed Generation 5 game, A
Yeah.
Maretime Bay Adventure, is coming out in
Yeah.
actually the day after the special. So May 27th.
Yeah. On your birthday.
Yep, that's my birthday. So that's going to be coming to. We've already mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it again. It's coming to Xbox, coming to PlayStation, it's coming to Switch, and it's coming to PC.
Not a sponsor.
Wait, yeah, we're not sponsored at all.
Unless
I would,
Hasbro. Hasbro. Come on.
I mean, our door is always open. Hit us up at
Come
our
on,
email,
Hasbro.
you know.
You want some free. You want some advertisement. You know. Like, come on.
You know,
With our 20 subscribers.
yeah. I mean, hey, 20 subscribers, if every single one of them bought it, game's like $40. You know, that's you know,
Yeah.
that's a little bit of money.
Yeah. Like Hasbro. Call us.
Yeah,
call us.
we'll sell ourselves out for you. For this
Yeah.
game specifically. Anyways, I'm not taking a sponsorship from Raid Shadow Legends or anything like that.
No,
but,
unless the money's good.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I would never do it in a million years. Unless the money's good. But anyways though, so yeah, it's gonna be $40 at launch. If you're getting it on PC, it's on Steam. That's the version that I'm gonna be buying. So we've already heard like the synopsis for it. Again, it's very similar to the special, so it's probably gonna follow a lot of the same basic like plot points that the movie is following. They're probably slightly different for a game experience. They've also got like mini games that you can play with your friends. I think the mini games are played in story for specific reasons. But like when you play with friends, you can like I think you can play as each of the main 5 as well as Sprout. Well,
Sprout.
Yeah, Sprout was seen being played as in one of the little in one of the trailers. So
I wonder if he's gonna make a return.
We'll just have to see, I suppose. I haven't seen Sprout in the trailer for Make Your Mark. I haven't seen him in Tell Your Tale.
My return, Make Your Mark. Hopefully he'll return in because I want him to return.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, Sprout was a great character. Sprout was a really funny character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him again. Actually, in Tell Your Tale, I didn't notice this until I watched AC Race Best's reaction, but in that episode I was talking about earlier, Nightmare Roommate, they have a wanted poster for Sprout hanging up.
Oh my god! oh, poor Sprout.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, back to the game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not expecting it to be anything crazy, but again, DJ Thed worked on the animation for it. The game looks, I mean, just looking at it, the animation is really, really good. I'm gonna make a little announcement here. That day on May 27th, since it is my birthday, I'm getting the day off of work, which is nice. I'm not sure exactly what time yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I am going to be live streaming the game for most of the day. So I'm gonna live stream my first playthrough, as well as a second playthrough where I try to go through it as fast as humanly possible. I'm going to try to speedrun the game. I'm going to try and get world record day 1. We'll just have to see if I'm able to. But I'm probably gonna have a few of my friends there watching along with me. It's gonna be a ton of fun. So if you wanna catch that, I'm gonna plug myself real quick.
Shameless promotion.
Yep, shameless self-promotion. I'll be streaming it on Twitch on twitch.tv/Mr. Someone. That's MRSOME1. 1 is in the number. So, because Mr. Someone's the name I go by outside of this, in case
I'll be there too.
In case you weren't aware. So Robert's gonna be there as well. So as well as some other friends of mine are probably gonna pop in every once in a while. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. So pop in, stop by, swing by the chat. You know,
Tell us how bad Maynard is at the game.
Yeah, exactly. I am not an so I say I'm gonna try to speedrun this, right? I have a little bit of speedrunning experience. Like I've done I know how the like Mario 64 like 16-star speedruns go. Um I've done a bit with what other games have I speedrun? Actually, Mario 64 is like the main one that I've tried to actually speedrun. I also currently have world record in a specific version um of a pony fan game. It's called Mega Pony. It's a Mega Man fan game with My Little Pony
Hmm.
aspects. I currently
Yeah.
have world record in it. Um,
Don't mean to brag.
don't mean to brag or anything. Um, but I currently have world record in the latest version of that. So I have a tiny bit of experience speedrunning. Like
Yeah.
literally those are basically the only two games that I've really seriously speedrun.
Yeah.
Um, so I have basically no experience like routing or any of that. There
Just go for it.
I just think it'll be funny.
Oh goodness, they're
um,
gonna watch you fail.
oh yeah, no, it's gonna be awful. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, I hope the game does well, but at the same time, I hope the game's not too popular that an actual speedrunner is able to get world record before I do. Um, but you know, we'll see. Um,
Yep.
that 50 minutes later, we're done with Generation 5 news.
Yeah. 50 minutes later. Yep.
That's
So
what
now we got
happens.
other. Yeah, we got other stuff to talk about.
Yep.
Beyond that.
Um,
Uh.
so one big thing we can talk about, something that longtime listeners will know that both of us are a very big fan of. Um,
Elements of
uh,
Justice.
Elements of Justice. Yep. Ace Attorney, Elements of Justice. Case 2,
Let's
Episode
go. I'm
5.
so excited. Let's go.
Case 2, Episode 5 has come
Yep.
out. And we have watched it. And it was very good. And
It
once
was
again,
like always. It's reeks of quality.
yep, I don't I don't know what it is. Every episode gets better and better and better in terms of
Yes,
production
yes,
quality.
it does. Like they're
Um,
improving constantly, and I
mhm.
love it.
Yeah, they're constantly getting new people.
Can,
The
can
voice
we
talent
can
is
we
getting
talk
better and
about the
better.
voice of Rainbow Dash?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We got a new voice actress for Rainbow Dash and she's doing a wonderful job. I believe she's also doing Twilight, Rarity, and a few other characters that I can't remember off the top of my
Yeah,
head, but
yeah.
she's doing a lot of characters and
She has range.
really, really, really freaking good.
Like the Rainbow Dash impression. Like the more I heard it, the more I realized, crap, this is a really good impression.
It was spot on. Same with
It was.
same with her Rarity voice. Very spot on.
Yeah. It's no Tabitha,
It's not
but it's
Tabitha, not
really good.
but yes. You know, little animation details are always nice. Every episode gets a little bit better in terms of that quality.
Uh-huh.
We are gonna just real quick warning. We'll put timestamps in the description. We're gonna talk spoilers about this
Yep.
episode for a minute. So
Yes, Sonata made a return.
yes, so Sonata made a comeback. I mean, she showed up in at the end of the last like trial.
Yeah, but she actually had an important role.
Yes, we actually got to meet her out in the field, in which Phoenix gave the backstory on her, like on his interactions with her and her role in Turnabout Storm, um, going to prison for like blackmailing and such. But but she talked about some of her experiences reflecting on that, and her now current like goals. Um, but so to sum up the like previous episode, we had some crazy stuff come out in the trial with clone shenanigans and
Yeah.
what else came up? Sweetie
Uh,
Belle got labeled as a prime suspect.
yeah, that was the episode before the one we're
Yes.
talking about now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luna just being an absolute queen.
um, she's a princess.
Yes, but in my eyes, she's also a queen.
Soup.
No, I don't simp.
All
It is
women
just
are queens.
if she breathe, she's a thought.
um, oh my gosh.
Oh my
So
god, but yeah.
yeah, but a lot of stuff happened in the actual court. Um, none of our questions got answered this episode. Like none.
Yeah, we just have more
More
questions.
questions, which, oh my gosh, is incredibly infuriating. But
Yeah.
but I love it.
Here's the thing: they got stuff done, but they didn't answer any of the previous questions. Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, but it's also like that was like that's like it's infuriating, but at the same time, I'm not complaining. It's not really a problem. It's just we just have more questions than we do answers.
Yeah. So Sweetie Belle was being held.
In the detention center.
Yeah,
at
in the
moment.
detention center. So Sweetie Belle was being held in the detention center. As well as Sugar Stamp, who was an original
Yep.
character that was
who we made a prediction that was the murderer, but I don't know anymore.
Here's the problem with us making the prediction that she was a murderer. She admitted that she was the murderer.
Yeah, but I don't know anymore. It's too easy.
And if you follow Ace Attorney, you know that if someone admits that they're the murderer outside of court, they are not the murderer.
Yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy.
Yeah. As well as we don't know why she would have actually like committed the murder. Like
She doesn't have a motive.
The motive is really shaky.
It's very foggy. Yeah.
So Sugar Stamp was a good friend of Fair Devotion, who was the mother of Turning Page and the wife of Royal Order, the victim. It turns out they were really close friends, and Sugar Stamp even introduced Royal Order and Fair Devotion. And like just hearing stuff about them two, they just sound like a really cute couple, and it hurts me that one of them is dead.
Yeah, the thing is, like, one thing that they're doing here that they don't really do much in Ace Attorney, at least in the early days especially, is they're fleshing out the victim.
Yeah. It sucks. But now Sugar Stamp is admitting to the murder of Royal Order, which doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if Athena has agreed to defend Sweetie Belle, but that might not even have to matter if Sugar Stamp is just gonna admit the murder.
Yeah.
Which, sucks. So they're going to have to convince her to, retract that statement and figure out what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
But as well as we got some really good characterization for Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, which I really liked. Um, it made you feel for the characters.
Yeah.
So Silver
And
Spoon almost made me cry of all
yeah, Silver
characters.
Spoon, legit. Like Silver Spoon, like they should have done more with Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara.
Yeah, as soon as they redeemed them in the show, they kind of just
They
threw them
kind
to
of
the
were
wayside.
shafted,
Yeah, they just were never mentioned again. Um,
unfortunately.
because they probably just didn't know what to do with the characters, because,
Yeah.
which is a shame. But I'm glad Elements of Justice is doing something with them. Um,
Yeah. Can we also talk about like Rainbow Dash like near the beginning? Like Rainbow Dash was kind of a jerk.
oh yeah, she was like getting all pissed off at Sweetie Belle for not
Yeah, like that
revealing anything.
was very jarring. Cause isn't this like what?
She basically
When did
accused Sweetie Belle
well,
of
okay, what
actually.
when does the OJ take place?
I believe
Exactly.
it's in between seasons 4 and 5. Because the castle is
Okay.
there, but we haven't seen Starlight yet.
Okay, so that means I feel like that kind of behavior is more close ties to like season one Rainbow Dash
Yeah,
than it
it's
does to like it feels more like season one Rainbow Dash.
well, you gotta also remember that Rainbow Dash is really I mean, Scootaloo's basically her sister, and she's like trying
Yeah, and
to.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash is also still I feel like she's probably still traumatized from the events of Turnabout Storm, which is also fair.
When she was falsely accused
Yeah,
for
but that
murder.
I still don't think that gave her the right to speak so
No,
like poorly.
it's understandable, not excusable,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so she was being kind of a jerk and basically accusing Sweetie Belle of murder, like in front of Rarity too, which you
Yeah.
don't do.
Yeah, you just don't do that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think that was like a majority of things that happen. We got some more time with Private Eye in the detention
Yeah.
center, which was nice because, yeah, voice actor for him, phenomenal job. You're killing it.
Yes, Professor Layton.
The Professor Layton impression is spot on. Um,
Yeah.
I really hope they make some Professor Layton Phoenix Wright references.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that game is canon, at least in the Professor Layton universe.
Fairly certain that the game is canon, but you know.
Yeah.
Um, so TLDR, we liked it a lot, and we are incredibly frustrated that we have to wait a few months probably for the next episode. Gosh dang it, Aljavis. this trial is
Come on.
this trial is going insane, but I'm all for it. Um, we've got clones. We've got people saying that they were the murderer, who we know doesn't have a motive. We've got um, we've got crazy psychological stuff going on with Sweetie Belle. Um, I assume Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon aren't really going to be too involved with the rest of the case, but we'll just have to see. Um, but it feels like they were wrapped up pretty nicely. But I don't see a reason to pull them in again, other than the fact that they were sort of there, but they've kind of said everything that they've seen so far. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, again, it was really nice to see their stories wrapped up really nicely and just get that characterization for Silver Spoon. Um, yeah, I love Sugar Stamp as a character. Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. No way that she's the murderer.
yeah, she's definitely not the murderer.
Unless it's a
Unless
cute facade and they pull
I
like a Justice for All.
maybe, but
To be fair, it is late in the case, but
Yeah,
like just a theory, just a theory that has no evidence.
yeah.
But if they do pull that, I'm going to respect them
I'm gonna be
so
mad
hard.
because I like Sugar Stamp. I don't want her to be the murderer.
I know. I'm going to respect them, but I'm going to be disappointed because Sugar Stamp's a great character.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Of all the original characters, Sugar Stamp is my favorite so far. Um. Yeah. I'm really drawn to like the characters with the bubbly personality and just
Yep,
over the
I
top.
know Pinkie Pie's
You know.
your favorite, so
Yeah. Actually, I've been thinking about that lately. But anyways, that's a discussion
oh
for a different
snap.
day. Uh, you can probably guess who's been fighting for that spot. But I think that about wraps up everything that happened in EOJ. But
Yeah,
yeah, once again, EOJ team, if any of you guys are listening to this, like you guys are killing
some
it.
yeah. The music is also really solid.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you guys are staying on top of that.
Yeah,
I feel like there were some more original compositions in this, though I don't remember if we had heard them before or not. Um,
yeah.
but I do remember a few specific instances
EOJ
where
team, if you're watching this, let us know if there were original compositions.
I know for a fact there were some original
Yeah,
compositions. I
let us
just
know like how many original tracks were used in that particular thing because like I am curious
yeah, but
if for some reason you're watching us
if you guys have
despite being a
stuck
month
around this
later.
long, yeah. um, but regardless, anyways, so that's about it for EOJ. Again, I can't wait for more because uh, uh, this series, I love
It's
it.
it's so good. It's like it took Turnabout Storm and it made it just cranked it up to 11.
Yeah, it's way better than it deserves to be, honestly. Actually, no,
Yeah.
no, no, that's not fair of me to say. No, it deserves to be this good. You
Yeah,
you
it
guys
deserves
have
to be better.
put in the effort. You guys have
Yeah.
killed
I
it.
think it deserves I think it deserves to just continue improving.
Yeah, which I have no doubt that it will.
Yeah, like we should just go back and watch the first episode and then compare it to like the latest.
Yeah, that would be a fun little experiment. I know a lot of improvements have been made, so it might be a little
Oh yeah.
jarring, but yeah, I still remember the first episode being really good. Anyways,
Yeah,
though, we have one more thing to talk about. It's tradition. It's tier
it's tier
list
list.
time.
Yep, we
Um,
only watched 3 episodes and it has been a while, but thankfully you remember what happens.
yeah. So we watched 3 episodes, which are 3 episodes
Uh,
that I
yep,
remember really well, for better or for worse, for
yeah,
some of these.
yep.
So,
We have to start with the worst one first. Baby cakes. Y'all knew this was coming eventually.
yep. So I went into Baby Cakes. So I knew Baby Cakes was a bad episode. There's no I don't know of anyone who argues against that. Um,
Like for the series standard, yeah.
I went into it with a cleared mind. I had convinced myself, hey, maybe I've judged this episode too harshly.
Maybe it's better than we remember.
Maybe it's better than we remember. Maybe people have judged it too harshly. Oh boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about positive first. Let's go
so
positive, then let's go positive, and then we'll trash the episode.
positive. The beginning of
Yes,
the episode was all right.
there were
Um,
some pretty decent jokes.
there were some pretty decent jokes. I contrary to popular opinion, I don't personally hate the Piggy song that Pinky does. I don't hate it. It has some good remixes out there.
Yeah,
I don't despise the song. It's not awful. Um,
yeah,
Compared to the rest of Friendship is Magic,
yeah.
it's on the lower end, but
I mean, the animation was pretty standard and on par
yeah,
with the
the
series.
animation didn't dip or anything. Um,
Mhm. And
that's about all it I
yeah,
have
that's
positive
it.
to say about the episode.
Yeah, I guess Twilight was kind of funny when she appeared.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. Anyways, I think that's it.
so basically, um, the cakes have babies. They have twins.
Yes.
And Pinky is tasked with
Pinky is
babysitting
yeah,
them.
with babies. Yeah,
Um,
tasked with babysitting.
despite
Right off the bat, the kids are overpowered as shit.
Yeah. Well, let's get there in a minute. I just
Yeah.
want to say, Pinky constantly offers to watch the babies, and yet the cakes go to literally everyone else in the main six.
But
Um,
her,
but
I
her,
would okay. To be fair, I would say, who would you rather trust with babysitting, Rainbow Dash or Pinkie Pie?
Pinkie Pie. Um,
Yeah,
they went
Rainbow
to
Dash.
Rainbow Dash first.
They went
Um,
to Rainbow Dash. Like actually, I think they went to did
well,
they go to
not
Twilight
first.
first or what?
Yeah, not
Yeah,
first, but
they went to Rainbow Dash before Pinkie Pie.
yeah, which is I don't know about that. Um, Fluttershy, understandable. Rarity, maybe.
Little sister. So
Um,
Apple
yeah.
Bloom also has a little sister. Twilight took
Apple
care of
Bloom has a little
Spike.
sister?
Like, fuck. Applejack has a little sister.
Yeah.
Apple Bloom has a little sister, yeah, probably.
Applejack
Somewhere in the fandom.
Applejack honestly would probably be the most well equipped.
Yeah. Twilight,
Either
with
her or
Twilight being a close
Fluttershy.
second. Twilight is close. I get Fluttershy. I think Fluttershy would be my first choice, to be honest. But followed by Applejack and then Twilight.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But anyways, yeah, after asking literally everyone and their mother, no one is available, so they ask Pinky to watch the Cake Twins, to which of course she agrees.
Yep, because it's Pinky.
She likes babies. Um,
Yes.
she likes playing with the
Yes.
kids. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, she quickly finds that they are a bit of a handful,
Because
and
they're babies.
because they're babies, which is true. Babies can be a lot, but
Yeah, I know. I've taken care of kids in the past.
same. Um, but oh my gosh, 90% of this episode is crying, which is not fun
Yeah.
as an audience
Here's
member.
here was the problem with Pinkie Pie having an episode in the early season. Pinkie Pie in the early season was the comedic relief. And it's difficult to make a comedic relief a main character in an episode. Now they have I think they have done it.
Yeah, they
So,
definitely
kind of.
have.
Yeah, but
Party of
it's
One
difficult. Yeah, Party
was
of One was a really good
incredible.
one example. Yeah, but the thing with Pinkie Pie, you need specific scenarios to make her being a main character in an episode work. And this was just not one of those scenarios.
Yeah, no, it was not. Most of the jokes kind of fell flat and were like most of the jokes were just baby beats up Pinkie Pie and or
Yeah.
baby throws thing at Pinkie Pie. Baby
Yeah.
poops in diaper and Pinkie Pie has to change it. Uh
Yeah.
Baby traumatizes Pinkie Pie. like
Baby hits Pinkie Pie in the head with blunt object, forcing them to call 911.
Baby was the murderer in the library with the revolver.
Rainbow Dash killed her.
I was there. um, but yeah, it just wasn't really fun to watch. Also, everyone always points this out, but it also it bugs me a lot. The fact that the babies can fly and okay, here's the big thing, right? A baby flying is one thing, right? It's one little spit in the face to the Pegasi who don't learn to fly until they're like, you know, until they're in like late elementary school. Um The worst thing is a baby using magic to walk through solid objects and to levitate
Keep in
herself.
mind, probably about like 4 months old.
No, she was a month old. They were a month old.
Old. Yeah, even a month old. Yeah.
Here's the problem, right? With a unicorn baby levitating herself, the only unicorn in the entire series that we've seen do that is Starlight Glimmer, who literally
one of
took
the
on
strongest unicorns in the series.
the element of magic, Alicorn princess, and held her
By
own.
herself.
And
basically, she won. Essentially,
she would have won.
in a no, like especially like in a way, she won.
She was winning overall.
Yeah, she won.
Yeah. She's the only one who we've seen levitate herself, other than baby.
Yes.
Month-old baby.
So the baby is stronger than is strongest Starlight confirmed.
Yep. This baby is probably stronger than Flurry Heart. Not gonna lie. We haven't seen Flurry Heart levitate herself. We did see her do a supersonic screech that blew up the crystal heart.
As well, so
yeah, but that doesn't matter if Pumpkin Cake can just levitate herself.
Yeah,
with
like
ease.
They're like the power scaling is just off the charts.
It's ridiculous.
Now, what I will say, I personally don't think it was as painful to get through as Owls Well That Ends Well for me. Because, like, with Owls Well That Ends Well, it was like one of those things that it was like character frustration, and this one was just kind of like annoying.
Yeah. And
like, but I didn't get particularly frustrated at it.
I personally liked this episode less than Owls Well That Ends Well.
Yeah, no, I liked it less, but I think Owls Well That Ends Well was a more painful experience because it was frustrating as crap.
Owls Well That Ends Well was being frustrated with the characters.
Yeah.
This episode was being frustrated with the show itself.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't entertaining. Like,
but we also had like our lowered expectations, so that also is a factor in it not being as painful because we knew what we were getting into.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so Baby Cakes is our first F tier episode.
Yeah,
and hopefully our last.
I hope so.
Yeah,
can only go up from here.
I know there are other great episodes later on in the series that we can look forward to. Well, let's not spoil those. I know there are episodes that are also notoriously bad.
Yeah. But let's take one step at a time. It goes up from here. It can go up from here, and it does go up from here with episode 14 of season 2, the last roundup.
Yes. So the last roundup. I love this episode. I'm just gonna.
It's a great episode.
This was actually fun fact for you guys. That you might not have known. This is the episode that got me into the series.
Like it was the one that got you hooked.
Yeah. So, Baby Cakes was...
Or was it the Super Speedy Cider Squeezy that got you hooked?
I would say the last roundup got me interested. Super Speedy Cider Squeezy got me hooked. Spoilers. So, the last roundup, essentially, Applejack is going to this, like, rodeo, to earn money to help, like, fix Town Hall. In Ponyville. But she's going to this rodeo, just of her own, like, it was her own decision, but she decided to, to commit the money towards fixing Town Hall of Ponyville. She goes, and then she doesn't come back, and says she's never coming back. She sends, like, a letter.
Quickly.
And says she's never coming back. So the rest of the main 6 are like, what the heck? And they go there and they go up to shenanigans with trying to get Applejack to open up about
They reference I
why.
Love Lucy.
Yeah, they reference I Love Lucy, which at the time I watched a lot of I Love Lucy. So
Yeah.
that was one of the things that grabbed my attention. Um, we also got to see what happens when you break a pinky promise.
Oh yeah, Pinkie Pie goes ballistic. I feel like if My Little Pony was rated R, then Pinkie Pie would straight up murder.
Yes, for sure. Um, I don't think My Little Pony would have to be rated R for that, even.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
gosh, we have the fan fictions to do it for us.
no, okay. I personally mini rant. I don't like serial killer Pinkie Pie. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I don't like that characterization of character. I don't like taking innocent characters and turning them into serial killers. I think it's an overdone trope, and I just don't like it.
yeah.
um, but anyways, mini rant done. So
Yes.
yeah, so apparently Applejack didn't really didn't win the rodeo. She got a lot of second place ribbons and didn't earn enough money to fix town hall. So she decided to stay at this like cherry farm and make some money
Earn
to
money.
send back.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, they get into shenanigans again. Applejack breaks a pinky promise and
Yeah.
yada yada.
After what?
If
Yeah.
you're
After
listening to
watching.
this and you're this
Yeah.
far into the episode, you've probably already seen this episode. You don't need us
Yeah.
to give you a synopsis.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, after watching Baby Cakes, this was it was like drinking like water on a hot summer day.
Yeah.
Like it
It was
like
refreshing.
it was refreshing. It went from an F tier to an A tier.
Yeah.
Like which is that's where we placed it.
Yeah, we did end up placing it in A tier for the season 2 tier list and the full tier list actually.
Yes.
But very good episode. Again, it's been a while since we watched it, but there
I
were
remember them being I remember there being a lot of good jokes.
a lot of good jokes. It was yeah, very entertaining. Pinky was good. Pickleberry kumquat, Pickleberry kumquat, Pickleberry kumquat, Chimichurri cherry chonga, Chimichurri cherry
Yeah.
chonga. That was fun.
Yeah, the best way to get someone to confess is to just sick Pinkie Pie on them.
Yes. Rarity Catch Me. That cracks me up every time I see it.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. That was good. But yeah, it's just, solid episode and yeah, I suppose like somewhat like this episode isn't like as close to my heart as some other episodes in that like I wasn't like it didn't hit me specifically in terms of like relatability.
It was just a good
but like
episode.
yeah,
It's entertaining.
I understand the idea of like not living up to expectations or and such, and that makes sense. But it was a good episode. Yeah, so we ended up putting it in A tier.
Yeah.
And then the next episode was
Which was the final one we watched was the Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, which is the home to like some of the greatest like side villains of all time.
yeah. Introduced us to Flim and Flam, the Flim Flam
They
brothers.
are just they are so fun to watch when they're on screen.
Traveling sales ponies nonpareil.
Yep.
They
With
are
one of the greatest villain songs in season 2.
yeah.
Well, just one of. I think the finale's like song was just pièce de résistance, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, that'll be a while. Well, that'll be a little bit.
Yeah,
You're talking about season 2 finale.
season 2 finale.
Yeah.
That song, the villain song in season 2 finale. Oh,
Villains kind of popped off this season, not gonna
they did.
lie.
Yeah, they did. They
Um,
did.
so far, no villains that were even like remotely meh. Like, you know. But anyways, Flim and Flam, great characters, great musical number. It's probably one of the most well-known musical numbers in the show. And yeah, one of the first songs from the show that I memorized. Great song. I love it to death. I love the whole like fast talking like salesman
Yeah.
sort of approach. I
Yeah.
love me a charismatic villain. I love me a villain
Yes.
whose most powerful asset is their
Yeah.
lips.
And here's the thing, like I will say, while I respect the Apple family's decision to make it by hand, let's be real, if Granny Smith thinks the cider from the machine is good, then maybe it's a worthy investment.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Who knows? You know, maybe if they had taken the deal in the first place, even splitting 75-25, like with how many ponies were lined up for cider, they might have still
They
made
could
way
feed
more
the
money.
Yeah, they could have like they could have like fed the whole town and be able to make like they'd be able to make bank every cider season.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe part of the appeal is the fact that it's very limited.
Yeah.
Maybe they
Um
wouldn't sell as much because it wouldn't be like maybe the Apple family is capitalizing on FOMO? Oh
oh
no.
crap.
Oh no.
I also felt really bad for Rainbow Dash.
Oh yeah, she just could not get a
Girl just
drop of
wanted some
cider.
cider.
Yep. Um Also this episode is a lot different when you take into account that cider is normally alcoholic. Um
Yeah, it
it's
hits
a
different.
yeah, it's a little bit different when you think about
I
that.
really badly do want to try that cider though. It does look they make it look really good.
Yeah. I need me some Apple Family cider. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, overall really good episode. Um, I adore the Flim Flam brothers. Um, just so this again, the song is incredible.
Yeah.
It's yeah, one of yeah.
Voice actors do a phenomenal job
Oh my gosh,
which
they're so
with
good.
catching that with catching that charismatic. They're capturing the really good like kind of like a sleazy charismatic
Yeah.
salesman.
Will sweeten the deal. I love
Yes.
I love that sort of thing. I love the over the
Over the top.
over the top like happy salesman, like, you know, trying to get you to buy his product. I hate them IRL, but like I love the idea of them as characters.
Yeah. They're very entertaining.
Yeah. So um yeah, we ended up putting that in 8 tier.
Yep.
Right,
Below the last roundup.
right below the last roundup. Very, very good episode, but I feel like the last roundup was a better like it it was
Better overall.
yeah it was better overall. The yeah it very fun episodes, both of them. Yeah, sorry our reviews of these episodes aren't as in depth. It was like almost how many weeks
It was
ago
a
was
month.
it?
We've seen it. We last saw it like a month ago.
Yeah. It was a while ago, but all these episodes stick out in my memory fairly well.
Thankfully.
Yeah. So because these were the first 3 episodes of the show I saw. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, I think
Hopefully we can be more consistent next time.
yeah, we'll try and get an episode out in time because the next time we have an episode, even if we get it out in time, like 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, we are.
Just with the special being out, as well as we didn't talk at all about con news or anything this episode because
We already have so much.
This episode,
We
we've been
we
recording for
could
an hour
try
and a
we,
half.
we could try and get an episode out next week as well to make up for it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna promise anything, because scheduling is funky, but we'll try and see what we can do.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching. Oh, you know what? We forgot question of the day. Question
Oh,
of
the
the week,
question of the
question of the
day.
episode,
Yeah.
whatever we called
Question
it.
of the month.
Question. Yeah, basically at this point. So our question is, what's our question, Robert?
Uh, that least favorite episode and why,
Yeah, next episode
and
we'll
and
be more
how
prepared.
how would you improve the episode?
Yeah, I think that's a good one. So what's your least favorite episode and how would you improve it? Would you just skip the episode entirely or would you like change certain interactions, maybe?
Aspects, plot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like what's your least favorite episode? Why and how would you fix it?
Yeah. All right. I think that's about good.
And for this week, you can tweet us at out of our mains if you have any other questions for us to answer.
Yeah.
Do we actually have any questions to answer?
Let me
Uh,
see.
Sky Arrow did come in clutch with a question last month.
All right. So
So Sky Arrow asked, "What's the most surreal experience you've encountered?"
ooh, that is a good question. What's the most surreal experience you've encountered? So, I think I've actually talked about this on the podcast before. I'll share this one just because it's the first one that comes to mind. Actually, you know what? I'll think about it a little bit. Why don't you share yours?
Okay. If I remember when I was like I don't remember how old I was, but it was a while ago. Like you ever sleepwalk before?
Yes. Yeah,
Like this was the first and only time I've ever
I was
sleepwalked.
notorious
So
for sleepwalking when I
yeah,
was
I've
younger.
never this was the only time I've sleepwalked. I haven't done it since, but basically it was very surreal because basically what was going on, I thought it was morning. Apparently, I was dreaming that it was morning, so I had to get up and go about my day.
Hmm.
So what happened was I went downstairs and I started making food, getting milk, and then my dad comes in and he wakes me up and tells me, "What are you doing? It's 3 a.m." And I look like, yeah, it's 3 in the fucking morning, and I'm awake making food because I thought it was like 11. So yeah, that was very surreal because I was like, oh, it was so weird.
Yeah.
Sleepwalking's very weird.
Yeah. Um, for me, I would say that actually mine is gonna relate to dreams as well, or sleeping as well.
Ooh,
So,
ooh, hell yeah.
okay. So this is way back when. This was like my this was my 11th, it was coming up on my 11th birthday. Um so
Dang.
I was a wee lad. Um
Like what, 9 years ago? 9 years ago?
yeah, 10 years ago. So I think it was about like a month away from my 11th birthday. Um I was going to have my birthday at this place. I don't know. Did they have Dave and Buster's everywhere? Is that a thing everywhere?
I've never heard of it here.
Okay, it's probably a local thing or it's probably a West Coast thing. But we have this thing called Dave and Buster's where it's like a more like I wouldn't say a more adult version of Chuck E. Cheese, but it's like it's essentially like it's like a Chuck E. Cheese in that there's games and there's tickets and prizes and stuff, but it's also tied to like an actual like nice restaurant with like a bar and that sort of thing. Um, it's kind of like
Hmm.
a sports bar combined with like a Chuck E. Cheese almost. Um,
Ah.
but so I was gonna have my birthday party at Dave and Buster's. I knew this, but like a month before, I had this dream where I was at my birthday party, like my Dave and Buster's birthday party, but only what was it? Yeah, only one of my friends showed up to my birthday party. I had invited a lot of people, but only one person was able to show up. Um, and then I was just like going about Dave and Buster's, playing games and stuff with my friend, but I was kind of sad because a lot of people hadn't shown up. Um, and then like time stopped. Like Zawarudo, like I was moving around and time was stopped, right? And so I was walking
Damn.
around, I'm like, what is going on? And then this guy shows up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, I think he asked me something like, he's like, what he was very straight to the point. He's like, what's the only place that or like what's the only way something like this could be happening? And I thought for a second, I'm like, a dream? Oh, I'm dreaming. And I look at the guy, I'm like, hey, can you wake me up? Can I stop dreaming? And the guy looks at me and he says, I've already arranged that. And then my dad woke me up.
What?
And then, okay.
So you started lucid dreaming, basically.
Sort of, yeah. But that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part, when my birthday party came up, I had invited a lot of people. Only one person was able to show up.
Oh my god!
It was so weird, so surreal.
Dang.
Yeah, it's super bizarre. But anyways, thanks for the question, Sky Arrow.
Weird. I'm gonna be thinking about that all day now. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it was super bizarre. I remember it so clearly too. Just because of
I've
how
never lucid dreamed. I've always wanted to, though.
weird it was. I've never like full on lucid dreamed. Like I've had dreams where I become aware that I'm dreaming, but I usually wake up shortly after.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. So I've never been able to like take control of my dream, you know? Um,
Oh my gosh.
but anyways, um so we've been recording for an hour and 40 minutes, so we should probably wrap things up. If you guys have any questions for us, make sure to leave it. If you're listening on YouTube, you can leave it in the comments. Or if you're listening to us on Spotify or Google Podcasts, you can go and shoot us a tweet at Out of Our Mains. And if you're talking about the show, make sure you use the hashtag MainPod. That's MANEPOD.
We're spelling it again.
Yeah, I'm back to spelling it. So,
and reminder: the question of this episode, least favorite episode. Why is it your least favorite episode, and how would you improve it?
Yep, I'll be sure to leave that in the description. And if you like,
tweet us a picture of a potato.
All right, tweet us a picture of a potato. Out of our mains, using the hashtag MainPod. So if you liked the video, be sure to hit us with a like. Be sure to share it with your friends. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button. And
we're sorry.
Feedback's important. Sorry we didn't meet your expectations. Let us know how we can improve.
Let us know how bad we are
on Twitter, or you can like email us or something. I don't know. But if you're on Spotify, make sure to hit all the buttons, follow the podcast. Google Podcasts, same thing, hit all the buttons, follow us. Don't report us. We don't hit the report button. That would be bad.
Please. Please.
We're struggling enough as it is. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next episode. Wow, next episode I will have played the G5 game, and we will have seen the special, the Make Your Mark special.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I think we should hold off on the special until the day before, so it's fresh in our minds.
No, I'll just watch it again the day before.
Or do we? Okay.
No, I'm watching it.
We'll watch it.
Alright,
we'll watch it when we came out, then we'll watch it again.
Yeah, of course. Depending on how good it is. Maybe we'll record an episode that day if we really need to get our thoughts out. But
yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye bye.